morning, class. Thank you all for coming today. It's a glorious day where we get to listen to motorcycles. How was your weekend? That's great. I want to take attendance really quickly, okay? Right here. Looks like everybody's accounted for, all 10 of the classmates. I don't have 20 dolls. So I'm going to tell you today about how my weekend went. I went to the ROM, the Royal Ontario Museum, and me and my family, we managed to see the exhibit of Kora, which is basically from Greek mythology. It came in from Greece, and it was only for a limited time, so if you guys could still manage it, this is the last weekend you get to go to see this exhibit. It still has some of the painting from ancient Greek times. And I think that's amazing because a lot of people don't know this, but our architecture, our statues are actually, back in ancient times, weren't just white, and weren't just marble, they were actually painted. And it's in, I have to see it. So what I'm wondering today for our class is, what are the things that you find that you'd like to do around the city? What are the things that you think would be great and fascinating if you were to visit, or if you were to go on a job? We want to show your boss around, or whoever you're working with. There's great things. Like, well, for instance, in Toronto, there's the CN Tower, but right now we're not going to focus on that. I'm going to pair everybody up. I'm going to do that now. Big one. Two bears. Two. Let's see if we can pair up. And the last two. Okay, actually, let me put them together right. They're all 2 by 2, so it's perfect. It's exactly 10 in the class. So here is your sheet. Here are 10 pictures that are unlabeled. I want you to try and differentiate between what they all are. Okay? So there you go. I will do it with them first. And these are the names. Let's all say them together, okay? The first one is aquarium, zoo, library, museum, where I went, the fire station, the police station, the hospital, the school, or no, technically, a movie theater, a stage theater, a park, or a supermarket, grocery store. So, what I want you to do is cut these all up, cut up each picture individually. We'll do the first one together. Let's do the first page. What do you think you and your partners? So we'll do the first page right now, and then we're also going to cut up all of the names. This might take a little while. Let's do the first one together. This one is the, what do you think this one is? Amongst your partners. Just discuss them. Would you call it the, let's cut up another one. Discuss with your partners. Put them together for 10 minutes. And then once you're finished, we'll discuss them together. So what would you say this one is? This looks like it's an aquarium. But let's talk about the definition of these as well. So let me hand out that sheet as well. Definitions and value. A little bit of a read. So take your time reading it. Library. Books are stored and borrowed in this place. Because people reading here and need to do work on computers, it's always a very quiet place to study. You need a card that scans when you take out books. That way you don't keep the book forever. So I don't think this is a library. No. Let's read the next one. Okay. Let's read the next one. Museum, where I went. Artifacts and art is put on display, usually behind protective glasses, but not always, for people to observe and study. They come from all around the world, and oftentimes these museums have events where a new item may be displayed for a limited time. For example, where I went, the core from ancient Greek, from ancient Greece. Would you say that that's what this picture is? Sometimes you can see pictures like this, but this actually looks to me like it has aquatic animals around it, right? Let me skip ahead. Aquarium. A place where aquatic animals are housed, from jellyfish to sometimes sharks. They get the ability to swim around as people observe them. I think that's the one. What you can do is, with your class, is also help yourself pronounce the word too. Aquarium. Aquarium. And why it's not going to show it backwards, but it's spelled A-Q-U-A-R-I-U-M. And Toronto does have an aquarium. Let's do another one. Together. With the other one. Yeah. What about this one? This one also seems to have animals there. How does it spell? Z-O-O. Zoo. It even says it on the picture. Now let's try and find a definition. And this is what the partners would do. They would try and look at all the definitions, and they would discuss it with themselves, but I'm just saying everything out loud right now. Zoo, fire station. People who have trained to put out fires, especially big ones in buildings and homes, work in this station. They are called for help in extinguishing fires. No, I don't think that's that one. Hospital. Doctors, nurses, surgeons, and an assortment of others work in these places to help people heal from illnesses or wounds. Again, I don't think it's that one. So let's see. Arcade? No. Zoo. Similar to an aquarium, zoos are predominantly filled with other types of animals, usually exotic to Canada's habitat, like lions or zebras, or others, like Sweden penguins. Well, those can sometimes be found in aquariums, but other ones like lions or zebras, or tigers, or bears even, where they're housed in certain enclosures. People, again, walk by and observe them. So, that's what it says, right? It even says it on the picture, zoo. Zoo. Yep. So, what you would do is, you would put the pictures together with their words. We'll get glue for it as well. Use some room. Aquarium. You can even, I would even allow my class to say what they are in their language. Just put it up beneath. And then let's do one more. We have supermarket, grocery store out, right? So let's try and find that one in the pictures. This one actually says the word too. Good. So, supermarket, grocery store. These would get put together as well. This one's lucky, it also has the name. Okay. And we'll just read the definition as well. Park? No. Outdoor grassy areas where people get to enjoy nature and clean air, away from congested buildings. Usually there are trees that frame the space as well, and there are specific ones for children and for pets. No. The one right after is actually supermarket, grocery store. Both terms can be used. I've heard it, at least in Canada. And it's a place where people buy food, medication, bandages, and other products to tide them over throughout the week. Sometimes some products can go back, so a weekly visit will happen. And those two will go together. Let me see how much time we have left. Excellent. Okay, so for the rest of the class, for the rest of 10 minutes, you would pair those together. And if you get one wrong, like let's say you put mix up stage and movie theater, we'll tell you what the difference is. We'll discuss it at the end of the 10 minutes throughout the rest of the class, and why you might mix them up, and why they even have those values in the class. Okay, so very good. Those are the first 10 minutes of the course. A little bit more time would have been spent on on attendance, on discussing the day, and also discussing how I had spent the museum and why it's valuable. that's near only the beginning of the class.